Alistar facing us down. The potential to lock down Azir and Varus, just too juicy to pass up.
Yeah, as you're highlighting, right, it's a pretty big counter to have the Alistar.
Crash down from YCX, and that's just why you value this Alistar so highly. Nice shuffle, lands on a Hongq, doesn't quite find the stun, but the poke damage is there from Hong. Tangyuan flashes forward, Hongq builds up the shield, flashes away, and picks up first blood. Hong is finally able to finish the job, but what a play.
JDG, they've been perfectly good at it. No real complete control over objectives, not really losing too much control.
They managed to escape with the flash. That's some summoners down, but they still have a cow for this upcoming dragon fight.
Yeah, but without that ulti, he's going to be a heck of a lot less tanky. Really not going to be able to step up anywhere near as far. Still, they're going to go for it. Teleports coming in from both of the top laners.
Junja flashes away from that seismic shove. Teleport in from Sasa. Dragon already falls down, but the engage comes through on a Xiaoya. And Hongq will claim the kill. YCX about to join him as well. But they do manage to trade back on towards Vampire and Junja. It's going to be another kill coming through for him, but Sasa able to fall back underneath the turret. Shu with the fully stacked up passive going to be able to back himself away in time.
Yeah, Cultivation of War was just coming straight on through for him right there. But the Grim Deliverance was massive, flashing over the wall. It looks like they're still going to go for this. Shove back. Yeah, Tangyuan should just be dead.
Shuffled in, and there is a pickup for Xiaoshu. But we traded one for one.
Isn't enough damage available either. And because you've got a top laner running, hang on, Sasa.
Oh, getting engaged on again, but flicked back away. Tangyuan creates the space, and Hong picks up the kill. Nicely done by the LGD squad to turn that play back around.
I mean, I'm not entirely sure what had happened there to get Xiaoshu involved in a 3v1 situation, and he is going to go down for it. Over on the other side of the map, Hongq going to be able to take down this top lane at tier 1 tower, and the game, after being pretty quiet for the first couple of minutes, explodes right here. 5 kills apiece right now. Gold still very even as well. Now, with the Rift Herald up and available, looking like it's going to be started by JDG, Gala might pay the price, just about going to be able to limp away.
Gala pushed underneath that turret at half HP, and the Rift Herald is up and available. I mean, dangerous territory for old Gala here. Does have access to the flash. Tangyuan going to be able to pick up first turret here as well. Some more things going up the way of LGD, even though they've already lost their chance at being able to get the feats of warfare. Now, moving over towards this side, YCX and Sasa trying to find a way into the pit. Is that Rift Herald still at full HP and still ripe for the taking?
And critically right now, Xiaoshu down on the bottom side of the map and does not have the teleport to get involved, whereas Tangyuan was able to match him and still has the ulti to get to his team.
Flash engage from YCX. Junja locked on down. Here comes Tangyuan with the Weaver's Wall. Gala going to be forced to flash away. The only death so far is YCX. Hongq was able to melt him down, and LGD can't find a way to keep the fight going. They lose out 1-0.
As much as LGD did have that Weaver's Wall available to them for the quick Tangyuan rotation, they just weren't able to get him involved quickly enough, and JDG snap pull the trigger and get themselves that kill. Is it going to be enough to actually grab the Dre? Because Junja just going to have to jump away, is able to leave the clone behind. And whilst all of this is happening, Xiaoshu picks himself up another tower. That's going to be 2 towers already.
For nothing else.
And let's see if it's going to happen once again, though, as JDG start themselves up the Herald. LGD moving forwards, not quite going to be able to find that seismic shove. This is going to be a full 5v5 brawl, potentially.
Xiaoshu just walks right through, gets over there. Hong throws out the Supreme Display of Talent. They do get the lockdown on it too. Bullet time out of Xiaoya. Takes out Xiaoshu and Hongq. And while JDG were able to snag themselves the Herald, they can't get the LGD. Do funnel their way in. I mean, he's spotting them. He did see YCX going to that bush. It's not going to stop him from face checking, though. Hong goes in. Unbreakable Will going to keep Vampire up for a little while, but if they just dump enough damage into him, eventually they'll get the job done. Xiaoshu, though, big ultimate, going to be able to pick up an execution onto Hong and step forward with the fully stacked up Cultivation of War. Xiaoshu and Gala cut through LGD like butter, and a quick 3 kills for Vampire.
Oh, as much as it was a nice quick little pick right there onto Vampire from LGD, it isn't that fast because you've got that Unbreakable Will popped and you're dumping every bit of damage into the support. That's a very nice situation to put JDG into, and they turn that one straight back around.
Hongq face checks isn't Tangyuan, but Tangyuan Yuan doesn't land the seismic shove. Now he's getting cut off from the rest of his team, already low on HP. Vampire locks him down, and Hong Q will find the kill. Tang Yuan already out of the play, but here comes Sasa onto the back line in a 1 versus 4 for the time being, trying to buy time for the rest of his team. Xiaoya and Hong trying to pick off Gala, but he flashes back over the wall to be able to escape. YCX too low on HP, has to bail on his top laner. Sasa just getting poked lower and lower and lower until eventually JDG will find their man. They get both solo laners in the engage.
And that's just some bad mispositioning right there from LGD. Tang Yuan, he thinks that he can solo out Hong Q, and sure, if he hits that seismic shove, he probably can, but missing it doomed him, and it doomed the rest of the team, as already at that point Sasa had popped the ulti, was sprinting on down towards the bottom side of the map, and there was nothing he could do other than to try to buy time. LGD, they don't even manage to find the pick on Gala on the backside of that fight, and it is going to result in the Atakan going on over. This game's been very close up until this point, but this is now a big gold swing in their favor.
Really is here. The knockup found onto YCX right after
to find him that backline access. Still, it doesn't seem like LGD are cowed in any way. They're going to start up this Drake. This will be Soul Point if they can grab it.
Sasa up on the front line. Vampire going to look for the engage. Goes through the rocks, though. Finds himself locked down in pretty quick order. The Chains of Corruption doing a lot to create the space, though. Hong Q throws himself in. Gets only YCX. And now the bullet time laid down right on top of him. Hong Q with nowhere to go. About to lose his life to Sasa's damage. And will get the mid laner. But Jala going to be able to get the trade right back. Xiaoshu still at a high enough health total. And at the end of the day, JDG with more members, even though Hong Q fell.
Yeah, I mean, Hong Q, he was just the one sacrifice for what was overall a pretty good fight from JDG once again. As much as it didn't result in as many kills as they were looking at previously, they managed to bring the Drake
with nothing. So ultimates exchanged between Vampire and Hong,
YCX.
although there will be a flick back found up on the top side. Meanwhile, engaged onto Xiaoya. Gala going to be able to finish him off. And again, on fights on two fronts, it's JDG that are the only ones to find a kill. They move right onto the Baron.
YCX flashes forwards, Magnet storms his way in, and tries to get that play started, but they just don't have the follow-up damage. There's too much long-range damage coming through from JDG. LGD, though, they're not going to allow this Baron to go without a fight, bringing all the members in, teleports being blown from both teams.
Hong with the flash and with the smite has a possibility to be able to steal here, but there's another engage found by Xiaoshu, pulls back in two, and will clean up one. Into the middle of the fray goes Sasa, just trying to threaten Junja here, knowing the jungler's low on health. An attempted steal will not be found. Junja gonna be able to secure the Baron, and now Hong left up way too far with no paddle. Xiaoshu and Vampire trying to chase him down. Gala will finish off Sasa on the opposite side, and JDG secure themselves another objective.
It was back and forth. It was messy. 14 minutes into this game, it felt like LGD had themselves a chance, but things turning around all of a sudden. Xiaoya actually should be able to turn this one back. The Golden may save Hong Q in this situation. One more auto. Nope. Both players are going to walk away and survive. The tower not going to be so lucky, and the Sundown through. Really nice right there from Gala, landing those Chains of Corruption. And yeah, as much as you've already self-CC'd with the bullet time, just stepping out of it, going to be able to fully pull that one through. And at that point, you've kind of ruined the play that you were otherwise trying to set up right here. Still, I thought this was going to be a steal. I really did. This looked like Hong was set up perfectly to take this Baron away.
Yeah, I mean, really good play by Sasa here. Heads up, noticing Junja's health bar and forcing him out, but a flash smite, perfectly timed by Junja, will secure the Baron for the squad and silence any attempt at a turnaround comeback here. But here's another fight attempt. Sasa charging forward, only going to slow down Vampire. Knock back into the fray, tries to flash away, but he's just getting hammered by three members of JDG, and Hong Q gonna make it 4 one-shots Xiaoya with the Shurima shuffle, and Tang Yuan will not last long in the face of Gala either. JDG wipe 3 off the map. Hong still hasn't respawned from the last fight, and JDG are going to look to just slam the door shut and take game number 1.
It's a massive fight right here from JDG, punishing the LGD mistakes. Desperation plays will not work out, and JDG move themselves one step closer to the Demacia Cup finals right